If someone dies, should you bring young children to a funeral? Is that the correct or incorrect way of doing things?
Well, it depends on how young. I think that you wouldn't bring children to a funeral until they were a minimum of 7 or 8 years of age. And this goes back a little bit to we talked about schema. A child at the age of 7 or 8 develop concrete thinking, and they can start to understand life and death, and they can understand what is happening, that someone is in their life. Before the age of 7 or 8, they don't understand that concept.
They could be a family meeting. They have a little food and people are meeting, and they probably think it's more like just the family getting together for some particular holiday. But the concept of death isn't quite there too much later in life.
Right. And so I think you can traumatize a child. If you bring a 3 or 4 year old, that's going to really, because they don't know what's real and what's not real, they will, especially if they were to see the body, that would be a very disturbing idea to them. They would then think that everyone could be like that. Just in a moment's instance, they wouldn't understand that's a death, but that's a process. It's a lifelong process, even if it were disease. 7, 8 years old, they can. In fact, when I had my sister passed, her grandson, who she had done tremendous child care for, he was about 7 years old at the time, and he was very capable of understanding. Now, he was also given the choice. He wanted to be there. He was a very bright kid. And he was actually included in some of the discussion. They talked about his role with her in the eulogy. But I wouldn't. But on the other hand, his younger brother, who was 4 years old, who was also extremely attached, we advised him not to bring him.